Hi, and thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship podcast, where we adore anything and everything healing and metaphysically based. Today is summer solstice, and being that it is the longest day of the year, I wanted to talk about the largest light that comes from within us. Similar to summer solstice, we have an extended light that can come out of us. And if you've met somebody who is in full alignment, it probably feels a lot like summer solstice to you. I believe that every human who's here on earth has a uniqueness to them, just the way that every snowflake is unique. Every person has a fingerprint that is unique to their physical body. And my truth is that every human has a unique energetic signature, a frequency that is just theirs, that there's no one else with that exact frequency. And I believe wholeheartedly that when we are in the deepest form of authenticity, when we are in alignment with who we are, that is when our summer solstice happens. That is when the max amount of light comes out of us. And there's an intensity and there's a trueness that is palpable when you meet somebody who understands who they are and are unapologetic about it. And this is the thing. When somebody knows who they are, not who they've been told to be, not who they've been taught to be, but when they know who they are from exploring themselves, from shadow work, from self-actualization, there is a different intensity that comes out of them, and they are not for everybody. And they're not trying to be. And that is the magic. I think that is the magic of being human, is getting to figure out how to be in our own authentic frequency, to be our own snowflake unapologetically, to not try to be the snowflake that is next to us, or the snowflake that is across the world who we read about or who we watched on a video, but to actually allow the uniqueness of our own snowflake to lead our lives. And I want to break that down a little bit. But first, I want to say that when you meet somebody who really understands who they are, and they're unapologetic about it, and they're unafraid about who they are, they are not trying to impress people. They are not trying to be a version of them that other people will like, because they know deeply that they like themselves and that they know who they are and that they trust themselves and that they surrender to who they are. And that frequency, that unique frequency, that snowflake in them isn't going to be for everybody. And that's the beautiful part about it. When we are trying to be somebody other than us, and we do this in a lot of ways, when we're trying to be somebody other than us, it pulls us out of our unique frequency, our unique energetic signature. And when that happens, it makes it hard for the people who are meant to be in our lives to find us. If this is my frequency and I'm over here, the people who are looking for me here can't find me. And the people who find me over here won't necessarily fully understand me. There will be incongruence there because they will recognize that I'm not fully in alignment. But when I'm willing and when I allow myself to be exactly who I am, unapologetically, trusting myself deeply, and I'm in this frequency, the people who are meant to engage with that frequency can find me. They can find me as friends. They can find me as family members. They can find me as a lover. They can find me as a business owner. They can find me. But if I am trying to be somebody other than me, then my people who resonate with the frequency that I came in here to embody can't find me. And when you watch somebody really get that, when you watch somebody understand that they don't need to make anybody else like them, that they need to like them, that they need to be proud of who they are, that they need to embody the exact frequency that they came here to embody, the uniqueness of them, and to be unafraid of that, to be unapologetic about it, that is when absolute magic happens. That is when there is an intensity and a light that shines out of us. And I think it is very much like the summer solstice. When we get that, when we truly understand, everything changes. Everything changes in our life. And I want to talk for a second about all of the ways that we are pulled into a place where we don't feel safe to be us. And I really want to bring your awareness to the word safe. There is a safety that has to happen in your mind, in your body, in your nervous system, in your heart, in your soul. There is a safety that needs to happen for you to be able to embody your unique, energetic signature. And we are oftentimes taught from the time that we are born that there is a right and wrong way to move through the world. We are taught from societal norms, from our parents, our family of origin, from our friends, from our church, from our spiritual mentors, from TV, from books, from podcasts, from songs, from poems. There's so many ways that we are taught to stay between the lines. We have labels that are applied to us from the moment that we come into this world. And self-actualization and shadow work and personal development is largely about taking off those labels and deciding what feels good. And one of the most magical things for me about the healing process is that it gives you the freedom to be all expressions of you. You can be this version of you and that version of you. They both get to exist. There can be the version of you who loves to live in a city, and then a version of you who wants nothing to do with people and wants to be in a hammock in the woods with no cell service. Both expressions of you get to exist. There can be the version of you that grows your own food, and then the version of you who stops at the grocery store and gets Doritos. They get to exist. Every part of you gets to exist. And when you feel safe enough to allow all expressions of you to lead, whenever you feel that you want that expression of you to lead, there is so much freedom there. There's so much emotional freedom. And a concept that is so hard for us to understand is that other people's opinion doesn't matter. When you get to the end of this human experience, you are not going to think to yourself, thank God I wore the clothes that I wore so that I would be liked by the people. Thank God I lived my life the way that I was told to live my life versus the way that I authentically wanted to live my life. That's not going to happen for you. The people who allow the unique snowflake inside of them to lead, when they begin to peel the layers of the onion of who they were told that they should be, and they allow the onion inside of them to be exactly what it is, the uniqueness of that, those are the people who get to the end of the human experience and they're at peace because they found peace with themselves. Sometimes we get real focused on what our life purpose is. And I just want to ask you, what if your life purpose was to find the most authentic version of you and embody that fully? What if that was your life's purpose? What if that's what all of us are here to do? To be the snowflake who we are. And I truly believe that when we do that, something clicks into place in a way that we don't have a lot of English words for. But it's magical. And it's intense. And there's a level of ease. And there's a level of joy. And there's a level of inner peace that is palpable. And so as we sit here on summer solstice, I just want to invite you to find and allow the unique snowflake, the unique energetic signature of you to feel safe enough to express itself fully. And then you're going to really understand the longest day of the year, the most intense light that we experience all year. And there's something really magical about it. I hope that you have a beautiful summer solstice. And I appreciate you being here with us at Rose Quartz Mediumship podcast.